So someone reached out to me recently and said, how can I turn my 1080p footage to 4K? And I'm like, but why? Why would anyone want to turn 1080p footage to 4K? I almost moved on from that conversation, but then I remembered I used to shoot 720p and upscale it in Premiere Pro to 1080p without losing quality. Okay, so this person might be needing to do this for the same reason I was doing it back then. One, it could be because the shoot is taking longer than expected and he needs to downsize his resolution to save up card space. Okay, if it's an event and the event is getting too long, you have to downsize to save up card space. Two, it could be because his client is requesting for a 4K footage and he already shot 1080p. The third, and this is very vital, it could be because the platform is uploading to favors 4K footages than 1080p and he needs to deceive probably YouTube or Netflix that he shot 4K, meanwhile he shot 1080p. You and I know he shot 1080p. So one thing we need to have in mind while following this process is to note that this is not going to improve your quality. No, whatever you've shot is not going to improve it, but it's going to maintain the quality you've shot as much as possible. Okay, so let's note that. So if your clients are going to enjoy this, if they will pray for you or swear for you, I don't know, but don't panic, you will achieve your 4K. I'm just joking. Let's follow this process. Let's give it a try. Let's turn a 1080p footage to 4K. Let's go. So the first thing we need to understand is what is 4K. 4K in the simplest term is just resolution. 720p, 1080p, 4K, 8K and so on, they are just resolutions, not quality. They do not expressly mean quality. Although when you are shooting 4K, it comes by default with settings that improve your quality. So that is why 4K is mostly associated with quality. It does not actually mean quality, it's just resolution. So what is quality? Firstly, let me explain this. The quality of your shot actually depends on many things like your lighting, your ISO, setting your ISO properly, aperture, all those and stuff like that. But what actually can compress or uncompress your shot is actually codecs. Codec are the way your camera encodes your shot. This determines your the compression rate of your shot. So there are different codecs on different cameras. You can have something like H.264, XAVC, MPEG-4, MOV, ProRes and RAW, stuffs like that. So the first thing we need to do is to take advantage of this codec. If you are looking to get better quality from your camera while shooting 1080p, you should shoot the highest codec possible at 1080p. So this may vary from one camera to the other. So on this 5D Mark IV that I'm shooting on, the highest codec I have here is MOV. So if you have a higher codec on your camera like SAVCI or ProRes, you can go for those high codecs while shooting 1080p. Remember, 1080p is just size. The codec you are shooting on is the main quality you should. So I'm going to be shooting this on a 5D Mark IV at MOV. I'm shooting 25 frame rate all high. So if you shoot this, shoot the highest codec possible on your camera and let's take it to our editing software. So in our editing software, let's import our clip. So this is the 1920 by 1080p footage I have shot on this camera just now. So if I check the properties, you will see this resolution size is 1920 by 1080. Okay, so let's turn this to 4K. The first thing we need to do is to create a sequence with this setting, with the settings we have here on this shot. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to drag it and drop it on this new item. So it's going to create a sequence with whatever settings we have here. So the only thing we need to adjust here is just the resolution. So to adjust the resolution, let's come here. You see it has created a timeline here. So let's adjust the sequence now. So we go to sequence settings and adjust the sequence here. So this is going to be let me use my calculator. I think 1920 times 2. 3840 3840, and this second one 1080 times 2 2160 2160. So now we've changed our resolution from 1080p to 4K, but if you look at this, you see that this footage is still small. So what we need to do now is to scale to frame size, and to do that, right click your footage and check for scale to frame size. Don't set to frame size. If you set to frame size, this is what it's going to do. It's going to adjust your scale. If you look at this effects control, it's going to adjust your scale to 200 from 100%. So that is not what we want. What we need to do is just to scale to frame size, or scale to frame size. So this is not going to adjust your scale. If you look at it now, it has not adjusted your scale. It's not going to touch your scale, and you can still scale up and do whatever effects you want to do to it. But I'm not doing any effects, I just want to scale up. So now that we have turned our 1080p footage to 4K, the last thing we need to do is to export it correctly. Yes, maintaining the quality. Don't forget, maintaining the quality is very important for us. So one thing we need to do now is to set our format correctly. Use a QuickTime format. You are going to get a good preset to export with. You can go with ProRes 422, 44, anyone you choose. So it's going to retain the quality as much as possible. So do that, and that is going to export your footage without reducing the quality. So this is how you scale up your footage from 1080p to 4K without losing quality. So if you check your shots, you are not going to lose so much quality while upscaling. So if you find this video helpful, please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel for more videos, and I hope my face is, you can see my face now, my face is not dark. Okay, thank you, I'll see you in the next one.